Hi guys, it's Sophia. I'm just doing the final book review on The Singing, which is the final book on in the Pellinor series rather. So this takes the place as my least favorite in the book series. As I said in my previous review on The Crow for the longest time was my least favorite book. And slowly, as I began to read it more and more and more, I really got into it. And so now The Singing takes the place, unfortunately. I mean, in terms of like having a satisfactory ending, it does have a satisfactory ending, and I'll get more into kind of why I don't really like it later. But yeah, this is my least favorite book, but still good. I still love the series. But this kind of goes in between point of views of Myrad and Hem. So, the first two books was completely in Myrad's point of view. The third book deviated from that and was completely in Hem. So this final book kind of alternates between the two. And so they're both kind of looking for each other. Like the end of the second book and the end of the third book is kind of being like, okay, I want to find my brother, I want to find my sister. And so like that's where that ends. And they kind of spend the first 3/4 of the book or so trying to look for each other. And they come running into obstacles, like Myrad and Cadvan recently reunited with Cadvan, journeying to Anale, which is the first school that Myrad ever went to after she got rescued. And they're kind of hard-pressed, like getting mountain men that are attacking the school with one of the elemental powers, and Myrad kind of saves the day in that aspect, showing off like her otherworldly powers. And Hem is kind of journeying north from the south, and they're trying to escape the Black Army, which is right on their heels. Excuse me. And while they're journeying, they come across like a traveling actors troupe. Sorry. And they join briefly because they're like, they as in Hem and Salaman, because they're like, all right, we want to be in disguise. What better way than to like blend in? So they do that. And so they kind of get sidetracked, both of them, but both of their stories is just trying to find each other because they have this sense of time is running out. Myrad gets really sick. Well, not sick, but she gets very weak from her battle at Anale. And Hem has to heal Salaman because Salaman gets like a deathly ill sickness that Hem miraculously heals him from. But finally, they kind of reunite, and half of the tree song is written on Myrad's lyre, and the end of the crow, we find out the other half is on this tuning fork that Hem gets, that actually Urk, his white crow, steals, and he has. And so when they finally reunite, they have to realize, okay, like in order to the tree song to be combined and to end this whole thing, we have to go to the place where it was, first began, which is not an easy place because no one knows where that is. So they kind of spend some time fumbling around finding that. Eventually they find that, and spoiler alert, eventually the tree song gets remade, and the big bad evil is defeated, and yay. Now, what I don't like about this is that it's so in your mind. It's like, for me, I think what it is it's hard to like understand because it's all about like this song and like the music and everything like that, and it's kind of like more internal, like everything's happening kind of like in their heads, and they're singing the song and releasing it, and it's just kind of like, it's hard for me at least, it's hard to follow along, and so that kind of detracts from it, and there's not like this big bad final like battle at the end. It's not like that. It's kind of, they're on this like hopeless deserted plain, and they play this song and that's it. So it's kind of a little anticlimactic, but it's just it was hard to understand because it's very like internal, and I mean, Alison Croggon, like, she's also a poet, so, like, the way she writes is very beautiful, and the phrasing and the words that she uses and everything, and she does a good job, but it's very, from what I was expecting, it was, well, not expecting rather, but from what I was hoping for, it wasn't quite what I wanted. So with that being said, like, that's why it kind of is my least favorite book. I know I'm not really explaining it. It's hard to explain. You have to read it, unfortunately. But it's still one of my favorite series, and I'm going to leave it at that. I know that was kind of very vague, but again, like, this is one of those epic stories that I will always reread, and I really hope you guys pick this up. Thanks for watching. Bye.